Okay, when you hear the word chiropractor, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, right, it's about getting your back cracked, all those clicks and pops, and hopefully some relief for a sore back. But what if there's a way more to it than that? What if the real story, the biggest impact, isn't just on our bones, but actually deep inside our brains? Yeah, let's get into this. And that's really the big question we're digging into today. We're going to look at some pretty amazing new research that suggests there's this powerful link between your spine and your brain function. And honestly, it might just make you rethink what chiropractic care is all about. So, to get some real answers, we're diving into a recent study published in the journal Brain Sciences. A team of researchers basically set out to see if they could finally, measure the real neurological effects of chiropractic adjustments. So, for the experiment, they got a group of 76 people together. And these folks were all dealing with that daily, nagging reality of chronic low back pain. But the goal here wasn't just to see if their backs felt better. The real question was, could they see a change in their brains, too? The whole thing was set up as a really solid 4-week experiment. First, they recruited the patients, then they split them into 2 different groups. One group got the real deal treatment, and then they measured absolutely everything from brain waves to sleep patterns to see what happened. Now, this is the crucial part. The first group got a full 4-week course of actual, legitimate chiropractic spinal adjustments. The second group, the control group, got what's called a sham intervention. Basically, it's a placebo designed to feel like a treatment, but without any of the specific targeted adjustments. And you have to do this, because it's the only way to know if the effects are for real. So, with the experiment up and running, the researchers started, kind of listening in on the brain's activity. They were hunting for those first clues that something really significant was going on. So let's see what they found. The main tool they used for this was an EEG, which stands for electroencephalogram. The easiest way to think about it is like putting a super sensitive microphone up to the brain. It lets scientists listen in on all the electrical signals, kind of like hearing the brain's own symphony at work. And they were zeroed in on one network in particular, called the default mode network, or DMN. You can think of this as the brain's screensaver mode. It kicks in when your mind is just wandering or you're thinking about yourself. It's tied to our memory and how we think about the future. And here's the key part. It's a network that often gets all out of whack in people with chronic pain or depression. And here it is, the first really big finding. The EEG data showed a huge increase in what are called alpha brainwaves for the group that got chiropractic care. Now, alpha waves, that's the brain state associated with being calm and relaxed, but still alert. You're not stressed, but you're not asleep. And the control group, nothing. No significant change at all. It was a crystal clear difference. And get this, it wasn't just some random increase happening all over the brain. The researchers stated themselves right here. They pinpointed that surge of alpha activity directly inside that default mode network we were just talking about. That is a massive clue, right? It connects the physical adjustment of the spine to a change in the very part of the brain linked to how we think and feel about ourselves. Okay, so a change in brainwaves is cool and all, but did it actually, make a difference in these patients' day-to-day lives? Well, this is where the study found some seriously surprising ripple effects, connecting that abstract data to real-world benefits. I mean, just look at this. The patients in the chiropractic group said they felt better across the board. They reported feeling less anxiety, less depression, and less fatigue. And, of course, they also said their pain was reduced. This wasn't just one thing, it was a huge impact on their overall well-being. And it wasn't just about how they felt. They backed it up with hard data. The researchers had everyone wear Fitbit trackers, and they found a significant improvement in the light sleep stage for the chiropractic group. Again, the control group saw no real change. So better sleep, and they had the data to prove it. So when you put it all together, the brainwave changes, what the patients were saying, the sleep data, the conclusion was pretty hard to ignore. After just 4 weeks, the group that got chiropractic care saw a real measurable improvement in their overall quality of life. So what's the big takeaway here? How do we connect all these dots from a spinal adjustment all the way to a better night's sleep or feeling less anxious? Okay, let's get to the big reveal. What this study suggests is a really powerful and direct link. It looks like the physical act of the chiropractic adjustment actually causes a change in brain activity, specifically in networks like that DMN. And that change in how the brain is working then ripples out, leading to all these improvements in overall wellness. It's not just about the back, it's about the brain. And that leads us to the study's final, pretty incredible conclusion. In their own words, these findings indicate that many health benefits of chiropractic care are due to altered brain activity. Wow. So basically, a lot of the physical benefits we feel might actually be starting from a change in our brain. This kind of research just opens up so many fascinating questions, and it leaves us with this one last thing to chew on. As we learn more and more about the super intricate connection between our body and our brain, could the future of wellness really be about unlocking the brain's full potential by taking care of the body? It's a pretty amazing thought.